What profit a man or a woman if they gain the whole world and lose their soul? There is no peace for the wicked. What is the wicked? That means you're living your life for self. That's wickedness. Stop thinking of the worst possible crimes. Wickedness is living your life for yourself. When you live your life for yourself, you are committing wickedness. You're not giving. You're not fulfilling your divine purpose, which is to give, which is to serve. That's our divine purpose. And even what we eat it should be a form of service. It should not just be, I want to eat because it tastes good. No, I'm eating this to serve not only my own self-interest, but also to be of service to humanity. That's why I've been a vegan for 12 years next month, because I want to be of service. I want to eat in a manner that serves the universe, that is pleasing to the God of life and health. Mexican beauty queen dead at 27. And they're saying that the mother-in-law is under investigation. Mexican beauty queen dead at 27 years old. She was found shot to death in her apartment. And authorities are looking into family members. Her name was Carolina Flores Gomez, found with a gunshot wound to her head Wednesday, April the 15th, according to Reporte Indigo. But they believe she was killed Wednesday. Yeah, all these photos, devastating. Isn't it sad? 27 years old, according to Mexico City. Prosecutor's office, the investigation is underway with authorities having considered the possible involvement of her own mother-in-law. She was married, and the mother-in-law was in the husband, and the husband and his mother were in the apartment at the time of her death. What in the world? This is sad. Her partner and her mother-in-law were present at the time. Mom-in-law being identified as the perpetrator. The controversy has intensified because the report to the authorities was made a day late. The Mexico City Attorney General's office initially opened the case as a homicide, drawing criticism from feminist groups who are demanding its immediate reclassification as femicide. The governor of Baja California in Mexico, they have a California, Mexico, deeply regretted the incident, expressed her full support of Carolina's family in their pursuit of justice, while Mexico City authorities continue their investigation into the omissions in the report of discovery. Public pressure is mounting for the case to be tied with a gender perspective and for those responsible to be held accountable. The community and various human rights groups remain on alert, demanding transparency in the process they describe as yet another example of systematic violence against women. But they saying it was her mother-in-law. Brothers and sisters, it's time to rise to spiritual perfection and sow your seed of $100 or more for our May 2nd organic food drive. Listen, becoming a giver, rising above your selfishness and hoarding spirit, it is the most difficult yet important component of true salvation, according to the teachings of Jesus Christ the Nazarene. Just read Matthew 19, 16 through 26. The man walked away sad, thinking he had done enough, until Jesus challenged him to give his all to those in need. Many of you are failing in this part. I know it's not easy. It's not easy for me either, but that's why the rewards for trusting in the God of life and health is so immense. When you test out his faithful promises by becoming a servant of the poor, especially innocent orphans and children, the spiritual healings and blessings and peace and joy are powerful. And that's why every single first Sabbath day of every month, no matter how stressful, I must find a way to feed the hungry children. And listen, there's no excuses. Our food drives, we focus on orphans and children living in abject, horrific third world poverty. This is the healthiest meal they will receive all month. Some of them are close to fainting. We've had some of them faint during our food drives before they were served the food because they hadn't eaten a decent meal in so long. We have become a lifeline for them, family. And I tell you, I feel the power of the Creator moving in my life every time I feed these poor children. And I want you to feel that same power. Arm your immune system with the protection of the God of life and health by sowing a seed of life, love, and hope into the starving bellies of these innocent children. $10,000 feeds over 10,000 hungry children. That's less than $1 per child. If you're ready to take your blessings to the next level, please step forward with your $1,000 seed of love sponsorship for our May 2nd food drive at this time. In this time of destruction by pandemic that's coming, the givers, the sowers of life into the lives of innocent children will be under the wings of protection of the God of life and health. Cash App $ Minister of Wellness, all the ways to arm your immune system with the protection of the God of life and health. All of the ways to give, to sow a seed of life and love into the bellies of these hungry children is right there on the screen. Cash App $ Minister of Wellness. You can do something. You can do something. $ Cash App $ Minister of Wellness. Zelle is right there on the screen. Minister Nathaniel at the ministerofwellness.com. Make sure you spell it correctly. We have PayPal, debit or credit card, the ministerofwellness.com/give. Start building up your giving muscles. This is critical component. Start building up those giving muscles and watch that peace and joy come upon your life. Those healings, those blessings, those prayers being answered. This is the perfect opportunity to do so. Boy, just all sorts of curses and bad karma happens to you, family, when you live in your life. This is what, when you read all them Bible verses in Proverbs, family, about the protection of the Lord, the covering of the Lord upon the righteous, the covering of the Lord. This is what it's talking about. Living your life free from worry, of harm, of disease, being able to have peace, that you're walking around with the shield of the Creator upon your life. And that only comes from living righteously. And living righteously equals non-selfishly. Do you all understand that? That's what it means. Righteousness means selflessness. Wickedness means selfish. Anything you do that's for your own pleasure or for your profit, for you and you alone, when your actions, when you're exuding a lifestyle of selfishness and influencing others to be selfish, that's wicked. And that comes with a host of curses. That removes the protection of the Creator over you. So you don't know what's going to happen. And when you combine that with the flesh eating, the flesh eating, which creates violence, thoughts from the torture and the murder that you consume, and it is just a witch's brew for a disaster. Righteousness means that everything I do, I'm doing it for the benefit of others. And if I'm making money, it's still because I'm benefiting others. Like my online store, I'm selling organic supplements to benefit others. I'm tithing most of the profits to help the poor. See, everything we do, we have to carefully analyze our lives to make sure that we're conducting ourselves righteously. And what we eat and what we drink and what we support, everything. That's why we don't watch porn. That's why we don't masturbate. That's why we don't commit whoredoms. That's why we don't eat dead animal flesh. That's why we don't drink sodas. We're careful. That's why we don't pollute the environment. We have to be careful, family. Very tragic. Let justice roll like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. I'll keep you all updated on any developments. I pray it wasn't a mother-in-law. I mean, they say her husband and the mother-in-law was there when she died, and they reported it late on purpose. What's really going on, family? Condolences. May the Most High God, the Creator, the God of life and health, have mercy on her soul. May the Creator have mercy on us all. I have everything you need for your essential supplement needs at theministerofwellness.com, theministerofwellness.com. My online store is so important because not only does it give you what you need for your health, and my supplements are high quality, my supplements are potent because I'm very careful with putting my name on a supplement. So I vouch for the Minister of Wellness name brand supplements. However, here's something important to consider. My supplements are not only more expensive than others because of the quality and the potency, which is important, but brothers and sisters, I am proud to be able to state to you that 90% of all profits that come through you purchasing the Minister of Wellness books, vitamins, minerals, sea moss, goes into our missionary initiatives. So when you choose to support the online store at the retail cost without waiting for a sale, you're not only helping yourself, but you are still helping the poor. That's the beauty. That's the spiritual blessing of supporting the ministerofwellness.com online store. The ministerofwellness.com, the ministerofwellness.com. Help yourself and help the poor by making a decision to purchase the Minister of Wellness products at the full retail cost. So keep that in mind, family. When you go to my online store and you see the prices and you say, oh, this looks to be expensive. Yes, because of the quality, the potency, but also the most important is that I am a 90% tither according to the true Nazarene Ebionite teachings of the Master Yahushua HaMashiach. Thank you for understanding that. Thank you in advance for supporting the ministerofwellness.com online store at the retail cost.